Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, host of a Totally Turtle Sports and Gaming YouTube channel, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
Diggity dank.
Hello and welcome back to another week of the Nightwing news. The most popular hero in DC Comics at the moment. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is.
Hi, I'm Kristen.
And yes, we'll be talking some of the cameos Mr. Grayson has made in the past week, and then we will talk Titans 1 and 2 from 1999.
We're gonna party like it's 1999.
Ah, nice. Yeah, I was too lazy to dig my copies up, so I just read them on the app.
Well, I actually did read them on the app, but I had these out. I was like downstairs, and I was like, I'm not gonna go upstairs. But these were already sitting next to my computer. So I feel you there, Phil.
I remember, like, when that came out, I was all excited. I was like, oh, more Nightwing content every month, you know?
Oh, how much do you think it cost?
Let me see, 1999. Was it $199 already?
It was already $250, Phil.
Oh, in 1999? Oh. What?
I know. It makes $3.99 maybe not look quite as bad.
Oh, my God. Like I said, I'm an old man. Back when I first started collecting, like, late 80s, they were $1.
Well, I mean, back in the day, they were a nickel.
I know.
So,
But it was nice when they were $1. Well, for a while they were $1 because before Bush Senior put the tax on, I don't know, some weird paper tax or whatever. There was no tax on them originally, so it was like if you were $1,
so $1 was really $1.
Yeah, so it was like
nice.
It's like how many comics you wanted. That's how many dollar bills you had to pull out. You know,
that is nice.
Did not last long.
It never does.
All right, so yeah, like I said, Dick showed up in a few places. Probably the smallest appearance was the Tim Drake Robin #5 because I think he's only like gone, like the first 2 pages or so. Because Bernard was kidnapped, so Tim has like members of the Bat family out trying to help him look.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. I thought that's interesting that was the short one because I thought that was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, because hold on, I took a picture of it because I mean the art is still weird.
But it's still not my favorite art.
But I liked that. But I like that he had his family helping him, and I like that he was the one hanging with Dick. And I also like that Dick gave him the starting a new phase of life. It's scary. I know what it's like, but it's worth it. I thought that was nice.
But what did you think about on page 40 when he's thinking to himself, I told Nightwing to keep looking for Bernard. It's easy for him to say that starting a new phase is worth it. Dick has always been so sure of himself, but I wasn't raised by Bruce Wayne and Alfred Pennyworth.
Yeah, that seemed a little weird to me because it's funny because in the the previous issue, I actually thought he was quite spot on when he was fighting the Robins, and he said that everybody wants to please Bruce, Dick probably the most.
Mm.
And I was like, yeah, totally. Because Dick's been with Bruce the longest, it was just them for such a long time. So yeah, I thought that was very true and very perceptive of Tim. I guess I can see like Dick's always so sure of himself. Yes and no. I imagine that it seems to the younger siblings that Dick is very sure of himself.
And again, maybe it's not all still in continuity, but I would swear that, between the talks those two have had, that, Tim would be able to see Dick as, more of a flawed human being like the rest of us than the rest of them.
Yeah, I think, one thing that sometimes I have to think about is just because somebody narrates something doesn't necessarily mean it's true.
Yes.
I mean, that's what they think. But you can quibble with it. So yeah, I thought I was like, yeah. The one thing that I kind of thought was interesting, and I guess it's good to know where we are, because I felt that they kind of took Tim's parents away sooner, maybe in New 52. I was a little unclear on that, but I thought it was interesting how he was like, I wasn't raised by Bruce and Alfred. I was like, oh, okay, well, that's helpful to know.
Yeah, but it's like you still spend a bunch of time with them too.
Right, but I can see a little bit how we might. I mean, it is different.
Mm-hmm.
Because when Tim first became Robin, it wasn't the same relationship.
Yes.
He wasn't in a father-son relationship right away with them. So I did, yeah.
But the whole thing with the Tim Drake book was this, with them looking for Bernard since he was kidnapped, was funny because in Punchline, the Gotham Game #4, Harper Rose's brother has been kidnapped, and Dick comes in to help her look for her brother.
So he's just helping everybody look for everybody, huh?
Yes.
Okay, so what happened in that one? Because I don't know, as I'm probably not going to buy that one. Yeah, I don't really care about Punchline at all.
See, I know the Punchline is very divisive. People either like her or like don't like the character. I don't know. I'm just like, yeah, she's a thing, but
I mean, I wouldn't say I guess I just don't really care.
Yeah. But no, I mean, Dick shows up to like help her search, and it's just, again, well, much better art for one thing, but no, it's funny, he's basically just basically telling her, Punchline wants you reckless, don't just like wander in, and Harper's just like, she's like, you're right, but it's just, he's my only brother, and Dick's like, and right now I bet he's thinking he's lucky, thanking his lucky stars he got Bluebird as a big sis. But she's like, are you sure my brother's gonna be okay? And it's funny because as they're like grappling away, Dick's like, oh yeah, he's gonna be fine. People used to kidnap me all the time as a means of getting the Batman.
Okay, yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
I do like it when they lean into that, because I actually don't mind the boy hostage thing, because he was a kid.
Mm-hmm. But it's funny because like Harper's like, really? And as they're swinging away, Dick's like, oh yeah, this one time Penguin had me trapped in this giant egg.
That sounds like something from the 60s.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
If only had been like, yeah, one time this giant clam ate me.
But yeah, I read that. I was like, that does sound like something from this show.
That's funny. I like that. That's also interesting. How much have they really been doing with Bluebird, with Harper and Cullen?
I mean,
they've been around much? The only thing I've forgotten about.
The only place I've seen them lately is like in this Punchline stuff, because like they were doing a Punchline backup in like the Joker series they were doing before the one that's going now, and
or the one where he got pregnant.
Yeah, that's the new one. Yeah. Oh yeah, that set the internet off. But yeah, and then there's this, and I don't know if this is only. I'm thinking this is a mini series. I don't think it's ongoing, so there might only be like one more issue or so to this. But there's like a lot of gang stuff going on too, and what's by Teenie Howard? She's also writing the Catwoman book, so a lot of the gang stuff that's going on in Catwoman kind of bleeds over to here because it's the same writer.
Cool.
Yeah, because like we don't see the fight, but the last we see a Dick like Yeah, him and Harper about to break in to free her brother, but then Black Mass sends a bunch of goons to like try to kill Punchline. So yeah, it's chaos.
That's always trouble.
And then probably, I don't know, this might be the biggest one, but kind of sad too, because there's two backups in this Action Comics 1051. But yeah, the last backup, it's kind of like a Power Girl and what's her face? Omen, what's her real name? Is it Lilith from the Titan, from the Titan?
Oh yeah, Lilith, yeah.
Because she's kind of working with Power Girl because thanks to Lazarus Planet, like I guess Power Girl must have some new power. It's almost like a telepathy or some kind of like psychic powers now.
That's cool.
So that's when Dick shows up with Beast Boy.
Okay.
So, and he's basically taken the form of like, I guess this calf, but he's not turning back. He's not talking because Dick's like, yeah, after the fight with like Death, we all fought that final battle in Dark Crisis. He's like, yeah, he was fine. But it's like after that, he kind of turned into this calf and he hasn't been interacting with anybody. He hasn't been changing back to a human or anything.
That's weird.
Yeah, because they're even like, well, has he gone through any trauma recently? He's like, well, yeah, Deathstroke shot him point blank in the head.
Well, who hasn't?
Exactly. Also, so yeah,
this
so like
kind of trauma merry-go-round.
Yeah, they sent like Power Girls like in there, like trying to help him and
trying to help Garth.
But yeah. So I mean, I think she basically gets through to him because at the end he comes out of it and
That's good.
Yeah.
So he's not with John. I was thinking since it was an Action Comics that maybe he would be with John, but
no. Yeah. This is it's well, this is more like Clark Kent's book, and then like
okay.
Yeah, well they are rebooting because John Kent's getting the Adventures of John Kent. I think it's in March. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I think I saw somewhere there was going to be a backup, but maybe it's like a backup in Nightwing because he's kind of going to be doing like Titans-y things, and then it's going to be.
Oh, that's the other thing. The news. We did get the official announcement. There will be a Titans book by Tom Taylor.
Yep, it's coming in May.
Yes. So that's good. So we should have some nice little back and forth with the Nightwing book and the Titans books. It's going to be by the same writer. So there shouldn't be any, he's dating one person here, he's dating someone else over here. So
yeah, it should be consistent.
Exactly.
Let's hope.
Yeah, at least while Tom Taylor's on both books, yes. That'll be interesting. Wonder if we'll get something like like a Starfire and Barbara have to spend the day together or something, or
Yeah, I hope they do it well. I hope that it would cheapen them if they try to make it a love triangle, like Starfire's unresolved issues or whatever. Like, they better not do that. That would make me very sad.
Yeah, no. No, I don't. I think Tom Taylor's above that. Hopefully,
I would think yes.
Yes. And did we talk about? I forget when did the news come out, but yes, the current season of Titans will be the last season. So we also
whenever it comes back.
Yeah, whenever it comes back. I don't know. I mean,
we're only halfway through.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I don't know what there's no rush because there's no next season coming. So,
right. I wonder if. I mean, I don't know. I'd be interesting to see if they get it all wrapped up or if it'll just have kind of an ending, like.
I wonder if they're going to take extra time just so they can like film a last episode or like an official last episode or something maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I would have assumed that the whole series was done already, but I don't know.
Yeah, unless they give them just an extra episode or something.
Yeah, that would be good. They can make it 13. I think the first season was 13 episodes.
Might have been.
I thought some season was.
But yeah, because that and Doom Patrol's getting canceled. So it's like, I think it's like the whole that whole Warner Brothers shakeup. So
yeah, I think they said that Harley Quinn's the only thing left from the DC Universe launch. I mean, aside from the only show left.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. I know Peacemaker's getting a season 2, but yeah, but that was just that.
That started on HBO, right?
Yeah, because that just the first season was last year. Yeah.
I think the shows that helped launch DC Universe were Titans, Doom Patrol, and
Harley.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah. Yeah, Harley's gonna be the only thing left. I mean, I don't know what Titans ratings are, but yeah, I think Harley Quinn does pretty good numbers. So,
well, I mean, I love Dick Grayson, but Harley Quinn is a better show. I mean, it's just better.
Better writing, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I was on a panel. I was just doing another Zoom call right before this, and a couple of people on that, we were talking about Dick Grayson, and they were saying that they think the casting for Titans was excellent.
Yes.
And I would agree with that. But the writing is just, I mean, you can be the best cast person in the world, but if you have silly things to say, it's not going to work. Or if there's all these plot holes, or if just ridiculous things happen.
Oh yeah, I was on a page today where people were talking about Titans and stuff, and that seemed to be the consensus. Like everyone was saying, yeah, it was cast great. It was just, sometimes the writing wasn't the best.
They just did weird things with it that didn't make sense.
Well, what? Dick getting himself thrown in prison?
Yes. And then we never talk about it, so now it's like it didn't happen.
I know. Or we killed Donna in a silly way.
Yes, and she was one of the really good people. Or like their version of Garth kind of sucked, and there's really no reason for that.
Exactly.
It's just too gritty.
All right.
Anyway, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about something fun.
Yes, let's talk about you want to talk Titans 1 and 2?
Yes, it says the team you demanded. They should put that on the new one when that comes out. That's also the team we demanded.
Well, yeah, probably because it's just everyone was like, well, let's give us the original, like the Wolfman and Perez team, and you get a few extra people in here too.
The team we demanded.
All right. Here, let me see. I was gonna say at least the first one has a short synopsis. Let me do this. Yeah, but Titans #1 from March 1999. That strange buzzing sound. Writer Devin Grayson, penciler Mark Buckingham, inker Wade Vaughn, Grob Badger, colors Gregory Wright, letterer Comic Craft, and editor Eddie Berganza. The original Titans, Nightwing, Troyus, Flash, Tempest, and Arsenal, accompanied by his little daughter Leanne, meet in a diner. After their recent adventure in which they saved their former teammate Cyborg, they are thinking about reforming the Titans. Oh, and we are going to do JLA Titans later this year. I think I saved that. I think I have that scheduled for episode 200.
That's the Technics Imperative, right?
Yeah, that's the one with like every Titan member and every Justice,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I saved that for episode 200 because that's going to be something. That's going to be a big one. And maybe I'll just see if anyone wants to join us. Lilith, Will, maybe Justin. So yeah. Dick is skeptical because he thinks the Titans got too involved personally, and a reformation of the team could encourage some of their former enemies to return to the scene as well. But his friends have a different opinion because the good would outweigh the bad. Finally, Dick agrees, but also suggests the need of some additional members as backup because especially Wally and himself are very busy already. They decide to ask Cyborg, Starfire, Jesse Quick, Argent, and Damage. Obviously, all potential candidates agree to join the Titans, and a few days later, they come together on Titans Island to rebuild the headquarters. But as Nightwing fear, they are attacked rather sooner than later. Their opponent is the New Hive, which was put together by Damien Dark, whose mother gave him the mission to stop all conflicts involving superpowered people. So yes, remember kids, Devin Grayson created Damien Dark. Like there is a version, it's a different version. It doesn't resemble this, but they do use a character named Damien Dark in the Arrowverse, like those. Like
this is where Damien Dark debuted. Was in here.
They used a different version on like the Arrow and Flash and all that's I
see.
Because I do remember, talking to Devin, it's like, she's like, I created the character. All right, so what did you think of as a beginning?
What do you think I think?
Oh, you loved it because there was a lot of...
Of course! They're just hanging out, being friends. I love this stuff.
Just hanging out, yep.
Yes, I love it.
Does Roy seem like a jerk to you?
Yeah, he does seem a little... This is one of the... Yeah, he's a little... He's maybe a little rougher. He's maybe a little too... I hate to say misogynistic because he's not quite that far, but he's a little... Yeah. A little more so than I would prefer.
I mean, I know it's it's been... The term's been used before, and he doesn't mean it that way, but he almost comes off as racist when he keeps calling Garth Gillhead. Because I think they actually address that later on, but yeah.
Yeah. So I was a little like, they kind of made Roy. I mean, I get it. That's part of it, but yeah, sometimes I think writers lean a little too much into. It's like Roy is brasher and a little bit of a player and stuff, but that doesn't mean that he's an a-hole.
Yeah.
Sometimes he can come off that way.
But again, everyone's bringing their own baggage from like their own, stuff that's happened before. Because again, as we discussed before, Donna's just come back. I don't know, something in the Wonder Woman book where some enemy tried to like wipe her from existence. They kind of had to like rebuild her from Wally's memories.
Well, and they're tying some stuff in with other books because she's like, "That's just not like you. We call it an agreeable indiscretion." I was like, "Oh, that's supposed to be Huntress."
I was gonna say, I think this is around that time, and that Nightwing Huntress miniseries was also by Devin. So yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Because I was like, I didn't think him and Starfire something. Oh, I'm like, oh, Huntress. Yeah. And then Wally trying to pull off being on the two teams at the same time. But what about that? Because Wally's like talking dick in the, joining, rejoining, and he's like, "You want my mission statement? Fine. My mission is to keep you from turning into your guardian. Batman may be a loner, but you need a family around you.
Yeah. Join a team so I have a social life."
Oh yeah, and they had this ongoing bet. That Buck says I last longer than you.
Yeah, isn't there an issue where they're like both exchanging the $10 bill back and forth because they're like, "I'm gonna quit. No, I'm gonna quit."
I think so. And then like at the end of this issue, they, I think he hands Wally $10.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then it's just when Donna says, "Oh, Dick doesn't just say no to his friends and Roy, especially not the female ones."
Oh yeah, that one I was a little like, I don't
really?
Yeah.
Who had a child with an international terrorist, Roy?
Well, isn't that what they say?
Oh yeah, because Donna says, "Oh, you're one to talk, Roy, or do you only sleep with supervillains?"
Yeah, and he says, hey, not in front of the consequences of that unholy union.
But yeah, so no. So then Dick's in and he says, "Yeah, but it can't just be the same." He's like, "But we're trained so well and so early. We got all the advantage that no one else who came before us got, and that no one who came after us seems to have a fair shot at getting. That means it's time to give back by setting a good example for the next generation of young heroes and picking up some of the slack on the training. If the JLA is about protecting the present, then the Titans can be about protecting the future."
Yeah, and I like that. I think it's good. You can kind of mix it up a little bit to have new people on there. It's a chance to, although I don't know, you'll have to tell me, are any of these people created in this version, or are they from other things and being brought in?
What, that they're bringing in?
Yeah.
No, no, these are all pre-existing characters. Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. But yeah, I liked that. Well, particularly because sometimes it's a little bit weird with the Titans, which one you're doing, because the really, really famous Titans is the new Teen Titans.
Yes.
But now they've kind of gone back to the original 5 being the ones. So then it's kind of like, yeah, they have to add in more people because everybody's like, excuse me, where are Starfire, Cyborg, and Beast Boy?
Exactly. And because these are all from like Argent. She's from there was a Titan series in the Teen Titans in the mid 90s. Yeah, where it was like all new characters.
Yeah, I think I've read like issues 12 is either the first one or the second one. 12 is in there because there's a 4-parter with the original Titans in it.
I haven't read it before, but yes, that is on the
We should put it on the list.
It is on the list. Yes, the 4-parter,
Phil.
the original Titans. Thank you. I was looking around, but yeah, Donna recommends her, and of course, Wally recommends Jesse Quick.
Yeah, where did she debut in a Flash comic or something?
She actually debuted, I think, in a Justice Society, but then she was in the Flash for a while. Because her her father, well, both her parents were Golden Age heroes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Johnny Quick and Liberty Bell. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So not only does she have super speed, she can like fly too.
And Damage. Who's that?
He was he was created in the 90s, but he was on the team when remember when Roy was in charge after they kicked Dick out. Yeah.
Okay, when they were kind of like a government team.
Yeah. So that's because they're like Roy, or Roy's even saying, he's like, I kind of dropped the ball with him, so can we bring him back in so I can kind of make up for that. He's like, if you don't mind having to knock him out of the way when he starts to explode.
And then, of course, the funny page where he's like, well, I was thinking Starfire.
Oh, yeah, Dick's like, I was thinking Starfire. No one's just like looking at him all quiet.
And then he's like, she's been staying with me. All the silence. He's like, on the couch, which we never see that, right? I mean, that's only mentioned, right? That's only mentioned in here.
Yeah, that was never in like his book or anything. Yeah, no. Oh, okay. Of course we'd love to have Corey. What's the Titans without Starfire? Roy, great idea. Short pants.
I just love Dick's expression in that one, though. Like, on the couch.
Yeah, I have to be a gentleman. Alfred would be so mad at me. But yeah, then they're talking about they having to raise funds to rebuild the tower and everything, and Garth's like, I can help with that.
I know, and then Roy is super a jerk. Like, he throws. It's like, Roy.
Well, yeah, and then he's like, what are you gonna do? Pay with seashells? And he throws a drink on him.
Also, the other one. I mean, maybe we don't need a leader. Who's leading the JLA? Batman, Superman, Martian Manhunter, Oracle. Leon knows what's up.
Exactly. Oh, sure, he knows it's a done deal because look at that drawing she's making. It's the tower and it says "My New Home."
Yep. I just noticed John says Mad Mod Jeans.
But yeah, Garth comes back with like a trunk full of
buried treasure.
Yeah, like gold. He must have got off the a shipwreck or something. But yeah, so Dick's like, okay, we're in business. We should pick up the others and meet at the Titans Island in a day or two to start rebuilding.
Yeah, I do like Donna. If anyone calls me Wonder Chick, they're in for it. Like, classic.
Roy, copy that, Wonder Babe.
Well, that was kind of funny because they did have him say that all the time back in the day. It's goofy.
But yeah, when Donna's like, she almost feels back to normal, and Wally's like, hey, it was nothing, and trust me, you're far from normal, Dick. Look who's talking. Wally, ooh, short pants tries for a zinger.
I also like this panel on the next page of Dick and Roy looking at the specs. It's cute.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm worn out. You're not carrying anything.
Yeah, but just watching all these busy bees make me tired. And Dick's like, bees? Because I guess Hive was disguised as the construction workers. Yep.
But
See,
this is when Roy is still Arsenal at this point, right?
yeah.
I like that name better. It just makes more sense.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the Hive shows up and Dick goes, "That's it. I quit," and hands Wally the 10. And Wally's like, "Yeah, like you'd really abandon the team." He's like, "Here, we'll discuss it after it's over. All right, deal."
And then boom, Titans together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a good last page. But then issue 2 is going to pick up right there. So yeah, I knew you liked that. I knew you liked that one because
them all hanging out, being friends. Oh, I love it. It's my jam.
But then, like I said, issue 2 picks up right there. But then Superman shows up.
Mm-hmm. I like how it's like, it's a bird, it's a plane. Oh my god, it's Superman.
Yes, but I believe, at this time he may seem a little overprotective but that's because he's under the influence of an alien who's basically trying to get him to be more proactive, and then like basically trying to get him like take over the world and stuff. And
oh, okay.
Yeah. But this is in the early stages, so he's just a little overprotective right here. But I like it. We get the 9 panels on page 4 of him just like talking to like each member.
Yeah, I know. It's funny how many of them call him Sir.
But yeah, but then Superman's asking Dick, "You don't think this is, you don't think being a member of the Titans again will interfere with your responsibilities in Bloodhaven? Seems like you had quite a bit going on there." Dick, you know me, I'll always do my best.
And Flash, he's like, I just pulled a double shift. I figure I'm fast enough for it. Boom, ching.
Yeah, and basically like Donna and Vic, he's just like, "Are you sure this isn't too much for you?" But then, yeah, of course, he gets the quarry, and he's like, "Welcome back. I'm sorry to hear about the destruction of New Tamaran."
Also, he's like, damage. Aren't you wanted by the law?
I think Roy took care of that. Oh yeah, see, Jesse, your father would be proud.
Who'd you say he was again?
Johnny Quick.
Oh, Johnny Quick. Okay.
Yeah, like he would like hang around with like Jay Garrick and Max Mercury. Yeah. If you saw him, you might know him. He wore like a yellow and red suit too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, this one, how he's like, Superman's like, yeah, get your headquarters. You need a safe place to raise your daughter, Roy, not to mention a safe place to score. And I immediately knew he was talking about sex.
Yeah.
And I had forgotten it when Superman looks over and he's like, getting jiggy with it, not drugs. I was like, oh man, Roy, just digging a hole for yourself.
My God, 1999, getting jiggy with it.
That was kind of
funny. 1999, a Will Smith joke.
Classic.
That really slapped.
Something like that.
Something. All right. But then I guess the armor all their armors kind of pull together in one big armor.
Yep, a giant robot. But then Superman's like,
yeah, because the Titan's like, well, maybe we should, and yeah, Superman just kind of rips it apart. Okay. But yeah, Superman says he'll take them into custody, and Flash is like, oh, well. But yeah, then Jesse's like, if there were this many Hive soldiers, then it's just an HQ or at least some kind of training facility. Dick, yes, good. Let's think this through. But he's going in about the steel and the Kevlar alloy. It's sophisticated but not alien. He's like, you concur, Corey? It's like, yes, it looks like an Earth metal. So
Vic checks the tech.
Yeah, Vic's checking. And
then they see the serial number. They bring the parts back. They have Roy check the guns. Traceable. And so they bring it all together.
But yeah, Wally and Jesse can see, they tune their vibrations. They can see a wavelength pattern, but yeah, Superman can see it. And then he says, follow me. But Wally, so how bad are your teen sidekick flashbacks getting? And Dick's like, I'm honored that he wants to help, but especially with 5 new draftees, we can't learn to work as a team like this.
So true.
But
then I enjoy. Everyone who can't fly, please raise your hand.
Dick, someone remind me to add T-Jet to our shopping list. So yeah, Arjun takes a bunch of them. I think pretty much except Donna's carrying Roy, and then Corey's carrying Dick.
It's kind of it's kind of cool how she can transport that. It's like a wave.
But yeah, that whole conversation with Dick and Corey while they're flying, she's like, when I found myself here again, I'd hoped there wouldn't be any awkwardness between us and Dick. I'm sorry, I wish there weren't either. It is an awkward situation, though. I mean, we very nearly got married. Says we'll be working together again, and I think maybe we should have a plan. She's like, you can't plan everything, Dick. Some things just happen. And then he's all like, yeah, he's worried about the team and, Superman doing everything for them. And she's like, are you changing the subject? Yeah, I guess I am. Oh, yeah, there is a lot going on here, too, because that conversation with Wally and Jesse where, he's like, oh, I can't find the right woman or anything. Abracadabra has wiped the world's memory. Nobody remembers Linda. Even Wally at this point doesn't remember Linda.
Oh, that's messed up.
Yeah. Don't worry. When she gets back, that's when they get married. But yeah.
Oh, okay.
So see, there's a lot going on here between people doing stuff in other books.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, wow, this is like a lot of references.
So yeah, so Devin did a good job, like juggling everything.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And they show up at the what is that, like a dome?
Yep, the mountain that's messed up, and it's the Hive.
These guys are way better prepared than we are. Of course, we got Superman with us. But then Dick kind of dives into the...
I was so glad to see that panel because I have a sticker of that I got, a sticker of him jumping, and I was like, I know I read this issue, but I forget what it's from. So I was glad when I saw it. I was like, aha, this is it.
Yeah, because Superman's like, I got you, Nightwing. He's like, don't. What? And Corey really wants someone to go in and get Dick, and but even when the others are like, Arsenal, Nightwing just fell behind enemy lines. He's like, I saw it. Don't worry, he'll be all right.
Yeah, Don, he's like, he's an acrobat, honey. He won't get hurt.
Yeah. But Dick's like, I know you can hear me, Superman, and the others can't. And I also know you trust me, which is why I need to ask you a favor. He's like, trust this team. We're new combo, but we're good. All we need is a chance to pull together and recognize one another's strengths. The second that happens, we'll turn into one of the finest teams you've ever seen. One perfectly capable of handling stuff like this on our own. Said heroes like you can take care of other emergencies without worrying about our safety. At least that's my opinion. If you agree even a little, then please consider giving us some room. We won't feel abandoned. We'll feel trusted. I'm sure you have more important things to do than babysit us. And with all due respect, Superman, we have better things to do than be babysat.
Boom.
See, that's the kind of speech you're never going to hear that coming out of Batman's mouth. You'll just hear, get out of my face. But
no matters in my city.
Exactly.
But it's a good speech.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good speech.
But yeah, Corey's even like, he's talking to Wally. She's like, he's supposed to be your best friend. Can't you take a second to check on him? And he's like, he is my best friend, which is why it's also a sign of respect. I prefer not to. I trust him I trust him to get out on his own. But yeah, Jesse goes to check on him. Vic's like, where's the Man of Steel going, Roy? To help people who need it, I guess. So yeah, Jesse rushes in and she tells him Superman left, and Dick's like, thought he might. But then they say there's no guards in there. And he's like, maybe did they send all their people out there to fight us? And she's like, or they haven't just learned to work together as a team yet. Dick, speaking of which, do you happen to notice who actually started giving orders out there? Did Arsenal rise to the challenge, or maybe Wally and Jesse? Well, actually, I did.
Nice.
So yeah, so they find out that Hive are kind of, I guess, basically being mind controlled or something, so they can't get any answers from them.
Because they got a hive mind.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So of course, yeah, it's only the second issue. Our fight with the Hive isn't over by a long shot. In the meantime, speaking of HQs, I think I know just the person to get ours up and running. So yeah, that last panel, damage. Can you believe Jesse wants this thing finished by dinner time? Dick, dinner time. We've got 2 speedsters on the team. I'm thinking lunch.
Yeah, so they can cook their lunch in it.
All right, so what you think?
That was good. I like the speech he gives to Superman about how you got to trust us.
Oh yeah,
they're gelling as a team. You know, it's still fun and not angsty, so I'm here for it.
And again, it's like, it's not like they're all rookies. I mean, Dick and Donna and Wally and.
Well, and I do like it when I think it was a good idea. I feel like it started with this version of the Titans, and they've kept it up, which was good. That one of the things the Titans can do that's good is you should kind of have people with different experience on the Titans. Yeah. So that way it's fun, it's a family, but it's also a way of younger heroes getting more experience.
Yeah, that's always the best, where it's like, any of these teams where it's just like you have somebody new on the team and you start training them and stuff. All right.
That's good. And I like the art. I mean, it's kind of fun. It's nice and rounded, so I think that's good.
Yeah, no, there's some decent. Yeah, there's some good art here.
Had some jokes. It was good. It was a good way to start a series. I'd keep reading it.
Exactly. All right. So, anything else?
I think that's it. I think I'm out.
All right. So
tapped out.
All right. So yes, kids. Next week we'll start our 1, 2, 3 week run on the Marv Wolfman Return to Nightwing. Next week we'll do Nightwing 125 through 128. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 issues.
You got it.
See, kids, Kristen gets her homework when you get yours. So. All right. So yes. Send us your thoughts on those. Send us your thoughts on these Titan stuff, or all the current stuff with Dick. Send all the thoughts. Email us, CapesandLunatics at gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And please follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Nightwing News. Again, the YouTube channel. We are every episode of every show we do gets a video. So yeah, go to the YouTube. You can, and heck, I've been saying this on all the shows lately. If you just want to do a certain show, like if you just want to go and listen to every episode of Nightwing News, the easiest way to do that is to go to YouTube. There's a playlist. You can just go down the playlist and listen to every episode in a row. Because, you know, on the podcast, everything is just, you know, mixed, you know, together like Nightwing News. I mean, it was, you know, it's the same day every week, but then there's other shows in between there. But yeah, YouTube, you can just go to the playlist, play every episode, pick your favorites.
So you can see the visual. You can see my cat.
That's true. That's true. We won't blame you if you want to skip the Rick Grayson episodes, but yeah.
That was a dark time.
Oh yeah. All right. So yeah. So please subscribe to the YouTube. Again, the Patreon, most of all, help us support all of our all the shows, everything we do. $3 to $5 gets you early access to creator interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
All the old content is on there. Those damn superhero movie brackets. This, that, or the third. Lilith and I did the first episode together, almost 2 hours. We're going to get more of the team on there to do that. I believe Kristen agreed to do that. Justin said he'll do it. So,
I want to spout my opinion off about low stakes things. Sounds great.
Oh, yeah. I know Lil said sometimes she'll do that for like work retreats and stuff just to like get to know people. Yeah, it's just kind of could be goofy stuff like, you know, what's your, you know, give you a choice between two foods or, you know, just
Coke versus Pepsi.
Exactly. Yeah.
Coke, by the way.
Or you can pick a third. Yeah. It's you can pick it. But so yeah. Very nice. And then and again, I believe Kristen agreed to do a Law and Order episode, Lenny Briscoe Law and Order episode.
Yes, it has to be Lenny, but I haven't picked one yet.
That's fine. That's fine. You got time.
So many.
I know. All right. So yeah. So you subscribe to the Patreon, yes, for that Law and Order episode. All right. So subscribe to the Patreon and pick yourself up some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Find it all at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. All right. And now the important stuff. Go pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. Again, there's not enough Nightwing content in the world. There's not enough Dick Grayson content. So yes, add some more to your reading list. Yes, Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. Should have it right here, but it's right on my bookcase over there. So that's right. I can highly recommend it. I read it. So yes, go to Amazon, pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. Subliminal message. Pick up Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder on Amazon now. Right. Oh, we were talking about Nightwing the other day. I mean, you are like a brand now because like we couldn't talk about Nightwing without Lilith going diggity dank.
Yes, diggity dank. See my goal. I want to make it a thing.
She's like, you know, diggity dank. I'm like, I know. They're live every week for diggity dank. I know.
Diggity dank.
And you could be too. All right, kids. Thank you for joining us again next week. Nightwing 125 through 128. But yes, lots of good stuff coming in this year. Nightwing, Robin. We'll finish off most of the Graysons. Oh, that's right. I think was it in March, maybe towards the end of March. Yes, we're doing a Teen Titans, the classic Teen Titans Uncanny X-Men crossover. I think I had that for May or March. I mean, yeah, lots of stuff coming down the road, kids. So keep coming back, and you know when to come back. You come back same wing time,
same wing channel.
Nightwing News. Titans together.